What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Redline Reactions. I'm Evan, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Someone said that I had to check out this cover of Elvis's Can't Help Falling in Love by a Russian singer from a few years ago. I'm guessing, since she's Russian, her name is Diana Ankudinova. I don't know much Russian. I know how to say Privyet. Я живу в большом доме на холме. That's it. But yeah, I'm excited. Apparently there's something with her voice that I just have to see. So let's check it out.
Wise men say only fools rush in.
That is low.
But I can't help falling in love with you.
So that's really interesting. My first impression of that was wrong, because the first thing that went through my mind when I heard that was nasally. But I don't think that's right. I think there's a big difference between a nasal sound and a more forward sound. And it's really interesting because her timbre is naturally super low. She is a contralto, which is the lowest, I believe, the lowest a female voice can go. But the way that she kind of brings it forward hints at like this added brightness to it, but it's just enveloped by this foundation of darkness. And that contrast is super, super cool.
Wise men say only fools rush in. But I can't help falling in love with you.
Okay, I'm sorry for all the pauses, but listen how far back and dark that sounds. Without looking in her throat, I can't tell you what her tongue and her larynx are doing, but acoustically, she's making the vocal tract sound much longer and larger. It's phenomenal. It's super impressive.
But I can't help falling in love with you.
Oh. Holy Moses. Okay. I forget who recommended that to me, but you are a legend, sir. What a voice. What a voice. The thing that I think jumps out at me the most, that really kind of floored me there towards the end, was that when, and this is a bit of a generalization, but when female vocalists pitch up, more often than not, I think we can all agree that, and this applies to even those with naturally low singing voices. Take Amy Lee from Evanescence, a naturally lower singing voice. When Amy Lee pitches up, that sound gets smaller and lighter. Okay, and we expect that. But that's not what happens here, right? She pitches up, and that dark kind of character remains large and in charge. I think that's really, it goes just beyond this song too, because I would be willing to bet that there are a number of female vocalists out there who have naturally lower singing voices. Maybe not necessarily to the level of a contralto, but perhaps those too. And I think there's a non-zero percentage of them who hide it, who try to conceal it, who try to disguise it for whatever reason. Maybe they don't like it personally. Maybe it doesn't fit the kind of performances they want to do or the band that they're in. Diana doesn't change it. She doesn't hide it. She leans into it, and it's big and powerful, and you stop what you're doing. I wanted to pause there towards the end, but her voice just said, no, no, you listen. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. And I couldn't help but notice that when I played the video, there were a bunch of like recommended ones of different songs that she's done. I think I may have even seen one from like Wicked. Let me know if you want to see more of her, because if we're going to be talking about vocals here, she's sort of a key figure so far.